Hey everyone, excited to chat with you here today. I'm Mary Czarnecki. I'm a marketing strategist, coach, and consultant, and I am jumping in here for today's mini mob talk. And the topic we're going to be talking about today is how to create a profitable and successful online course. So if you have been interested or thinking about creating an online course as a way to grow your audience, build your authority, and increase the revenue in your business, I would love to hear from you guys below. Drop me your favorite emoji or a comment. If you are watching this on the replay, still drop those comments. I'd love to hear all the questions that you've got on this topic today. So this is going to be short, sweet, and concise because I want to make sure that you're getting as much information as you can today. But we're going to be covering essentially 3 keys that are going to be important to think about when you're thinking about creating an online course for your business. So if we have not met before, I'm Mary Czarnecki. Like I mentioned, I've spent the past 20 years working with both big brands as well as scrappy solopreneurs and startups on their marketing strategy, connecting them with their audiences online and offline. And I'm really interested in helping especially female entrepreneurs be most effective in their market so that they don't have to spend all day online. Hey, Courtney, thanks for jumping in. All right, so here are the 3 keys that I really want to focus on today when it comes to online course creation. The first thing I want you to ask yourself is, what's my topic, right? So this can kind of come out of, why am I creating this? Maybe you're an offline business that's now looking to transform the way that you serve your audience by creating a digital offer or an informational offer that you can put out online and create an additional revenue stream. And you're using that source of experience and expertise that you've been building your business on to date. So thinking about that topic, thinking about what it is that you want to teach, what do you want to help people understand, do, have, feel in this course is going to be your first thing. Now, the beauty comes when you pair that first part with the second part of what does your audience actually need. Now, if you've been in business for a while, you probably have some size audience. It may be 10,000 people, it may be 10 people, but you've got some people that have bought from you before, right? So these might be past customers, past clients, people that follow you on Facebook or Instagram. And the best thing to do is to find the people who look like the people you want to be participating in your online course and actually, crazy idea, have a conversation with them. So we want to actually understand from them, where is their mind right now? What's top of mind for them? What's the biggest challenge they're facing? And then when we pair those 2 things together, what your expertise is, what you are excited to teach and talk about in this online course, what you know that you can add value with, and what they have that's top of mind for them, the things that are keeping them up at night, right? The things that they need solved in their life that they want to buy. Let them tell you what they want to buy from you. Putting those 2 things together is where the magic happens in creating a profitable online course instead of an online course that you spend hours and weeks building and then launch to crickets. So those are the first 2 things we want to think about is, what's your zone of expertise? What's your experience? What are you qualified to teach about? And then what does your audience really need? And really understanding them in their words. What is it that they want to learn, that they need help with, that they need to basically get towards? Now, one tip with that is to make sure that you are capturing the words that they're using to describe what they want. The problem with a lot of us is that we fall into this curse of knowledge. We're the experts in our zone, and we tend to fall into using expert jargon. I know I do it myself. So my invitation to you is to make sure when you're having these conversations with people, or you're going out and doing research in Facebook groups or on Amazon, that basically you're capturing how they are describing what they want, right? How do they want to feel? What do they want to achieve? What is it in their home, their life, their business that they want out of this experience? So those are the first 2 parts. You got to figure out what your zone is, what your topic is, and who it is you're serving, and get into their mind. And then the last thing is going to be your framework. So now there's a lot of different ways to build an online course. When people say, oh, Mary, I want to build an online course, I'm like, okay, there's a lot of ways to do that. So let's break this down. So there's everything from a mini course, which you could even give away as a lead magnet, or kind of what we call in the jargon tripwire, right? It's a mini easy to buy offer. all the way up to a big intensive course. People, charging $19.97 and $2,000 plus for these courses that are their kind of signature courses. So what you need to think about is, okay, what am I building here, right? Am I building a mini course that's easily consumable, that's going to be a tool that I can use to grow my audience, build my authority, get someone a quick win? Or am I investing the time, resources, and energy it takes to build a signature course? So if you're just getting started with online course building, I think a mini course is a fabulous way to start because first of all, you probably already have enough content created that it's not going to take you a ton of time to create. The bonus of that too is that you can choose whether you want to offer it as a free lead magnet to grow your audience and build your authority and get people to know, like, and trust you, or if you want to offer it as a low ticket item and you can essentially use it as a paid way to grow your list. So you can get paid to grow your list. So that's kind of the benefit I see for a lot of people with a mini course. Now, if you're going to be doing a mini course that's not going to take a lot of time, energy, and resources to build, I say go ahead and build it, but make sure you're doing that first part of talking to those people who you see as the ideal clients for this to make sure that the idea is validated, that you're testing the idea with them and really asking them, not is this something you'd be interested in, but would you be willing to pay for this? Ask that question. It's a key question. Now, if you're thinking about, okay, I'm going to go deeper than a mini course, Mary. I want to build a 3-module course, a 5-module course, a signature course. My invitation to you is to think about how much time, energy, and investment you have to dedicate this and to be honest with yourself. It is incredibly difficult to roll out a bigger intensive course in anything less than 3 months. Why? Because we want to make sure we're validating it. And anytime I have someone who comes to me and wants my help coaching them through developing an online course that's going to be more of an intense signature course, the first thing we do is make sure that we're doing a test round with a test market. So we want to make sure that this is actually what we think people want to buy is actually what they actually want to buy. And what we think as the expert is the framework we need to walk them through in the course is actually the framework that people learn in. So what I've found time and time again is that if we skip that part, if we almost skip that pre-sell and then test market phase for a larger course, you miss out, and we can assume that people need it in A, B, C. But when we actually run it with humans, with people in our course, we might find out that, oh, well, actually they need A, B, and then B.2, B.3, because they're getting stuck. Things that seem simple to us as the expert can be harder for our students. So that's something we definitely want to think about if you're considering doing one of the bigger courses. So those are the top 3 things that you need to think about, the 3 keys. What's your area? What are you excited to teach about? What is your audience wanting to buy from you? Let them tell you what they want them to buy. And then number 3, what's the framework? Are we going to do a mini course with the goal of growing your audience, building your authority, or are we going to be more intense and do a more kind of in-depth course where it's going to be a longer potential launch, but you're also the ability to pre-sell it and build it with your audience is also a possibility. All right, so one of the things I just wanted to wrap up with you guys here is for those of you guys watching either live or on the replay, I'd love to know, put 1 in the comments if you already have a digital product like an online course, 2 in the comments if you are in the process of building one or you're really excited to build one, or 3 if you're just like, Mary, I don't know where I'm getting started. So I'd just like to know where you guys all are at. All right, so here I just wanted to leave you on a couple things that don't work. So the big landmines when it comes to online courses. These are the 3 things that you don't want to do. We talked about the 3 things where you get started, but these are the things that don't sell. Number 1, online courses that don't have a process or a framework or don't feel what I like to call trademark worthy. If it's very broad, if it's very much, mishmash of different steps, if there's nothing there that seems unique, people are going to skip it, right? The second thing is going to be if it's too much content or too little content. If you're charging for a course that someone could basically, Google, it's gonna fall flat. On the opposite end of the thing, if you're trying to fire hose people with too much information, people can get overwhelmed and not get the results because they find themselves stuck at some place. So that's why we do that test market, is so that we figure out what's the perfect amount of content to be putting into this course. Now, I did say something in there that you can't charge for something that someone can Google. The caveat to that is, yes, you can, because the value add that you put into the content curation and the signature way that you teach the content is what makes it valuable. You can pretty much Google anything these days, right? Or find it on YouTube. But when you package it up in a step-by-step process, in your signature process, and put it into a course, that's where the beauty comes in, and that's the value that you're creating. So the last thing that you want to avoid is to not be clear on the result that you're promising people. People want to buy the outcome. They're not buying the thing, right? We're not buying the drill. We're buying the hole in the wall that allows us to hang up our pictures. So when you're thinking about your product, when you're thinking about this course that you're going to be creating, think about the benefit. Once someone goes through it in the way that you craft it, what's the benefit? What are they going to be walking away from? What's the result? And that's what you lead with. You don't lead with how many courses or how many videos are in your course. You lead with the benefit. Okay, so I'd love to hear from you guys what you took away as your top takeaway from today's little mini mob talk. And I would love to hear from you guys who are in the process of creating your courses or who have courses live. So I'd love to hear from you guys down below. And if you are in the process of creating a course, I have a free gift for you guys. It's my mini course checklist action guide, which walks you step by step through how to create your first or next irresistible mini course. And I will be popping that down in the comments below for you guys to grab that freebie later today. So cheers. Hopefully this was helpful. If you want to continue the conversation, feel free to hit me up in the DMs, and wishing you guys success today and always in your business. Cheers.